Hey guys, welcome to Austin Freeman Fishing. So today we're back at Lake Hartwell. I want to kind of show you some of the preparation that I'm doing to fish tomorrow and see where we can go. So looking at the northern portion of Lake Hartwell up towards Clemson University, there's a intersecting spot here that I have fished before. I've had really good results before, so we're going to try that again tomorrow. So since I am on a kayak, I do have to be more selective as far as where I'm going to be putting in at for the boat ramp and what's my range going to be. I have done 18 miles in a kayak on Lake Hartwell before, but it was more of an all-day adventure, so I'm not planning on doing that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm actually going to be more limited. I've got to be back at the house by noon, so I plan to be on the water by 6. So I can go ahead and start moving. But I'm going to be putting in up here on 18 Mile Creek. We'll put in here, and then we'll have a short little ways to go down, and then we're going to go to the main point that we're going to be fishing. So boat ramps up here, we'll put in, we'll follow the riverbed out, and then it hits into this main area. So right here you have the Seneca River, which intercepts with 18 Mile Creek. And as you can tell by the Navionics map, you should see that we have a pretty good point that comes out here, and it goes from 40 feet up to 8 to 9 feet back to this point. So there's a lot of fish that when I have fished this area before, historically have been pushed up onto this point. And so our plan is to figure out which way the wind's blowing, which is typically going to be pushing back this way. I'm going to try to position myself up here on this side downwind, and we're going to start, depending on how much wind we have tomorrow, we're probably going to work a jerk bait from the left to the right. We're also going to work this flat area and then the edges of this point. So that's the plan, and we'll just see how it goes for tomorrow. Good morning. So we are out on Lake Hartwell. We are up off the Seneca River in the 18 Mile Creek area, and we're starting to do a little top water. We had a little custom buzz toad that we've been throwing early, trying to see if we can get some top water activity. We're going to be switching over. There's a lot of bait fish that are being chased around me. You can hear them, you can see them kind of moving around. So I know the bait fish are probably doing some schooling, so we may be switching over to something like a fluke. We've also got a couple other things that I want to try to throw. But the plan today is to work the couple spots on the top water, and then we're going to kind of hit some offshore structure. We're in a weird stage right now. It's the end of summer going into fall. It's starting to get a little bit of cooler temps. Right now, let's see, water temp showing 86 degrees where I'm at. When I was up in one of the channels, it was a little bit cooler, around 82. So we'll see how the fish activity is, and we'll adjust accordingly. So right now it's about 8:30 on Saturday morning, and we are out here where the Seneca River meets 18 Mile Creek. There is a pretty well-known flat or point that comes out here, surrounded by 2 channels and 2 riverbeds. So usually a lot of good bait fish will get pushed up onto this flat. I've been out here for about 10 minutes in this spot, and there's bait fish getting hammered all around me. We've got a little bit of a breeze. Looks like we've got some of the currents pushing back, so we're kind of down current over on the softer, not as breezy side, and we're casting back up towards the wind in the current, and then we're just working basically a Strike King KBD jerk bait right now. I believe this one's their Sexy Shad color, so it Sexy Shad Chrome. I caught them on this on some points last weekend. It was a little bit more windier than it is right now, but we'll see what we can do with it. What's up, guys? We got here on this flat point. There was some, you could tell that there was some fish getting nailed, some bait fish. Started throwing a little jerk bait, and we're able to get on one of these little spotted bass. Not huge, but we're gonna keep working it. You could tell they were chasing it. Started throwing the jerk bait, and they nailed it. What's up, guys? So I'm heading back to the boat ramp, just finishing up from fishing this morning. Wasn't too bad. Got onto some spotted bass. No largemouth today. The water temperature is still pretty warm. It's about 86 degrees Fahrenheit. It still hasn't got quite cold enough in the evenings and at night to start to drop that water temperature down. So I fished a little bit of structure. Didn't really have a whole lot of luck. The luck that I did have today was actually on two different points where those spotted bass were pushing bait fish up into the shallow on these points from the riverbed that went beside it. So got those both on jerk baits. So we'll come back. It's still a tough time of the year, this late summer going into fall. That transition period just hasn't taken place on Lake Hartwell yet. So thanks for watching.